Oh, this is already lower resolution than I might like it to be. Look at this. How do I make it go? How do I make it turn on? There we go. I think this is going at native resolution for an Xbox 360. Holy shit. Lionhead Studios. So we're getting the authentic experience here. My Twitch TV app is so behind. Yeah, a lot of the time, if Twitch lags, it'll just stay behind. And then if you, like on a desktop, you can just pause and unpause and it catches up. But I don't know how you do that on a TV. Can you pause Twitch on the TV? I actually don't know. I've rarely watched TV or Twitch on the TV. Occasionally I will. Just if I have reason to be in the living room, which I almost never am. You should play Black and White. I played Black and White when I was a kid and I remember none of it, so I might. Because you also can't buy Black and White anymore, I think. I might have to pirate it. But I remember really, really liking Black... Fucking hell! It's one of these. Test. It's one of these. It's really hard to get to run, though. I was okay at doing that back in the day. Getting old pieces of shit games. Although I think Windows 10 made that a bit harder. We don't need to see this. Press A to start. Just taking sure the auto mod didn't get me a third time. It's fickle.
And so our story begins.
Is that Judith Dench? That sounds familiar. New game, downloadable content, language or subtitles. No settings, because this technically is not a PC. Subtitles. No, it's the other one. It's the Madam Hooch. Oh! What's her name? She was in that shit sitcom called, like, My Family or something. Zoe Wanamaker? Is that her name? I remember her. She was Harry Potter, because fucking everybody was. Shit, I hated that sitcom. On. Yes, turn subtitles on, please. Enrich your Fable 2 experience with the latest DLC, Not Whole Island, and see the future. Ooh. DLC, please. Do I have it? This purchase experience isn't supported. Thanks. Thanks, game. Oh, look at this. Look at it. Xbox One X settings. Can I change the graphics? Optimize game for graphics. Man, you really get nothing on an Xbox, do you? Notification status. I've never looked at this. Purchase experience. That is the worst shit in the world to call it. I thought her and Hornblower Dad were great. I remember watching it a bit. I didn't think it was the worst sitcom in the world. It's not like it's fucking... Oh, what's the worst sitcom ever made? That actually is, like, shown and liked. Not like Heil Honey, I'm Home. Probably Keeping Up Appearances. It's not Keeping Up Appearances bad, but it's not great. That nerd one. Oh, it's, Big Bang Theory is pretty bad as well. I might put it up there. Mrs. Brown's Boys might be up there as well. That's like a holy trinity of 2.5 Men. 2.5 Men's really bad as well. A lot of bad sitcoms around. It's not a true Xbox 360 without somebody messaging you with slurs. I don't know if this is connected to anything. I might get slur messages. Friends, look, Friends is bad, but it's not as bad as those ones that I just mentioned. Friends is not a good show. But, I don't know, when I was a kid, it was something to watch. It was background noise, and it wasn't as insufferable as some of the others. It wasn't as bad as, like, King of Queens and shit like that, which was also on at the same time. I watched, like, 30 seconds of Mrs. Brown's Boys, so I need to know why everyone hates it. Mrs. Brown's Boys is just a really insufferably unfunny show. There's been about 2 funny moments over the course of that show, and it's been on for, I think, 200 years. It's just very annoying. New game.
Who is the hero of our tale?
Oh yeah, now I hear the voice. I like the choice of making them identical. It's just one where it's pink. These are exactly the same. You know what? This has a little bit. This looks a little bit like 6 months on HRT side by side. Like, they look slightly different. I think her ears are slightly smaller, maybe. Maybe the nose is a bit more pointy. They are functionally identical. Fuck it, this
Then
one.
let her destiny unfold.
Oh, I hope so. I'm like 3 months in. Everybody Loves Raymond is fucking wank. Everyone Loves Raymond is one of the worst shows as well. There's a lot of bad sitcoms. They're the same but made one wear pink, a lot like real life. Exactly. I mean, kids especially. You can't tell what fucking gender a child is. They look identical. Until the age of like 14, 15, I don't know what the fuck a kid is. Well, I like the music. Is this still Danny Elfman? It sounds a bit Danny Elfman, so if it isn't, they've aped him. Ooh. Nice pre-rendered graphics. I don't know if this looks any better than the previous one. It's Power Stone. It's gotten a big fucking upgrade since last time. It got bigger, yeah. Oh, look at that 360 graphics. Was that ice or did the bird just shit in my eyes? Hopefully it was ice. No, never mind.
Oh, yuck.
Ah, yuck.
Well, I hear that's lucky. Like finding a four-leaf clover.
That is heavy copium.
Although I think I prefer the clover. Oh, look, little sparrow.
Use left trigger. Looking down at my controller to figure out what that is.
Snow. Imagine the grand dining hall. I bet Lord Lucian's having roast duck this time of year.
My feet are
He must be
huge.
really lonely since his wife and his little girl died. In that big castle, all by himself. If only we could live there.
Left and it's a trigger. Yeah, but I sometimes get confused with that between left button and left trigger.
What is going on over there?
What's going on over there?
Come with me, sis.
Why are both voice actors doing Dreya's one voice? Follow the glowing trail to your next objective. Okay, we're in and it actually seems to be working fine. That's pretty good. I do love the old medieval European fantasy worlds despite all the obvious flaws. It's nostalgic from me. Like, this is, again, I'm surprised I didn't play Fable as a kid because I played a lot of this kind of shit as a kid. A lot of random fantasy RPGs. You know, it's just sort of a cozy nostalgia thing, regardless of its quality. We've gone from late medieval fantasy to pre-Napoleonic fantasy. They're going to be a gun. Nostalgic for the medieval period. Well, nostalgic for, I guess, 10-year-old Dreya playing Icewind Dale and Neverwinter Nights on his terrible PC in 720p. Nostalgic both as in is what I consumed as a kid and is that it looks a lot like my hometown. Same. I grew up in a town with medieval walls around it. So, you know, when you would go out to the park and run around for 2 hours climbing up crumbling old medieval walls and then you'd come back and play something that looked like it was set then, basically. A lot of European identity ties into the medieval times because that's when Europe started. Yeah, exactly. It's like, as a form of white supremacy. It is, yeah, people track it back to then. Because it's like when it kind of got conglomerated together as an identity, right? We celebrated 1025th or something anniversary last year. I don't know when you'd celebrate an Irish anniversary. I mean, I guess technically we're 101. But, I mean, obviously as a vague country... I mean, no, because there was like lots of kingdoms on this island. When did they stop? I don't even really remember. Oh, the town, not the country. 1916. Actually, our Independence Day is 1922. You know, after the war. The Rising is what started it. Oh, I'm sure weird. I'm sure nationalists would probably go, oh, it's 1916. Don't know why I gave him that voice. Because, like, you know, that was when the Rising happened. But we went through a whole war and stuff after that. Probably stopped when England invaded, so the 1300s. Oh, it's a long time. I can't even really remember the dates, to be honest. Because it sort of started a bit slow. It was plantations. I don't remember when the first plantation was. It would have been in the north. The Scots invaded the north pretty extensively. Anyway, I don't know. About 800 years. Follow the glowing trail to your next objective. Ooh.
Hello there, young Rose. You look hungry.
Is that me?
Have you reconsidered my offer?
We'll never be that hungry. The answer is no.
Nonsense?
You'll be back, and I'll be waiting
Me?
for you.
Follow the glowing trail.
Come on, little sparrow. Let's see what's going on.
Little sparrow. Right, so you're sort of maybe a Fagin, but even more rapey. Cool. Oh, that was a graphical glitch. It's working okay. Hello.
Oh, it's just a trader. I can't see anything.
Mystical
past the slop.
Murgo with a mustache. Ooh.
A ladies and a gentleman.
To be fair, the Scots came apart from a mix of Irish letters. I know.
Mysterious object, which I now offer to you. For the
But it's why the Northern Irish accent is still like a little bit Scottish. It's because of all the plantations they set up and kept slaves and stuff.
It's truly a magical mirror. For as long as you look into it, it will make you
Who are you?
beautiful.
I'll take it.
Very wise. Now, just remember, the magic only works if you look at it in complete darkness. Ah, now this is
It's zoomed
truly
in,
a
so I must need
marvel.
this.
This small, unassuming box is actually a device created by the ancients.
I hate his hat.
as used by the old kingdom rulers themselves. Turn the handle 3 times and you shall be granted a single wish.
You can get that hat.
There's no such thing as magic.
What?
We
How
live in
long
grim
after the
times
first one is this
indeed,
set?
If the young are too world-weary to believe in magic,
Oh.
most children your age believe eagerly.
Oh, is
I
Boob
can
Woman
see your
talking
eyes
to me?
back,
Okay.
But I'm telling you, that music box is rubbish.
That's what the seller thinks. He has no idea what he stumbled upon. But you have an inkling, don't you?
Why can't I redeem Fedora? I think
Some
it
part
already
of you
has
wants
been.
to believe it's magic.
Teresa.
What? You really think it could be?
For 5 gold coins, you could have your answer.
For 5 gold coins, we could eat for a week.
You're effing in love, love.
Listen to me,
Sorry.
Rose. At the end of that week, you and your little sparrow would be no closer to your dream, no closer to the inside of that beautiful castle.
Is she my sister,
What
maybe?
if it is real?
My mum? I don't know how dark this is
Bet we
getting.
could get 5 gold pieces, and maybe this could be a way out of here after all.
Having a tin
What is
bath,
there to lose,
mate.
little sparrow?
Your original sister, yes, okay.
Come
From
on,
game
There
1.
must be someone around here who'll pay us gold to do something.
Right. Okay. 0 of 5 gold. Oh, Jesus. We're going to have to turn tricks. What?
Right, kids, come here a minute.
What? Oh, a cop. What? What do you want from me?
Hello,
How do I
Derek.
talk?
Lose something?
Talk to me.
My arrest
There we go.
warrants flew right out of my hands. They could be in all corners of Bowerstone by now, and I can't leave my
Andrea
post.
tried to kill.
Hey, why don't you find them for me? You could be like little constables. Sounds fun, right?
More like constables.
How much do little constables get paid?
They are just saying it like that.
Listen, kids, these are the 5 most wanted criminals in Bowerstone.
Yeah? Well, how badly do you want them?
5 gold, please.
Fine. 1 gold for all 5 warrants.
Fine. Accept the quest. Sure.
Deal.
Okay, lovely. It's almost time to see James Corden. Oh no. I watched a video about how Fable 2 is really just Fable 1 again, but without any good parts. This has better
Through the alley
reviews,
by
I
that
remember.
bloke with a picture box.
Bloke with the picture box. Okay. Is it just gonna... This is like the tutorial section, right? So it's just gonna
We'll
keep
look out
going.
for those warrants. But for now, let's find some more money.
Right, warrants.
Pull the other one.
What does a warrant... Oh, is that an American? Pull the other one? Help out Barnum by posing for a picture. What kind of picture?
Murgo must think we're stupid to believe all his sales pitches. Still.
Right, fine. I'll pose for a picture for you. And your name is Barnum?
Now, all you have to do is strike a pose for my little device. You'll be positively betwazzled by the results.
Be what?
Ah, yes, I've been improving my vocabularium with a wonderful book bought from Mergo.
Barnum feels like a Peter Molyneux insert.
Taurus.
Oh, so he is gonna be
He's
weird.
A bit silly, isn't he? But this could be fun.
Sorry, I really like the voice acting in these games. You can tell that this came out in the 2000s because she's wearing a crop top. How do I do this? Flex, maybe?
Time you're ready,
I don't want to fart.
You can shove it.
I'll be a tomboy.
Undress. This thing's going to be more popular than that pox.
Fair enough. Oh, 1 in 5 gold pieces. That was easy.
3 months for the picture to developify, and I can start showing it around. Oh, I can almost smell the gold.
Oh, I like that they have given
3 months, he says.
they have given it a bit of a technology upgrade. That's quite interesting.
Oh, what's the matter, Poochie?
Fuck you!
Does it hurt?
Beat the shit out of him.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Beat shit out of
Having a
man.
bit of fun. What's it to you?
We can maybe get a... Fuck me! Beat shit out of him.
Yeah, and now I'm gonna hit another one.
Beat shit out of him. Okay, use the X button. Oh, yes! Ow! How do I fight? I don't know how to fight. Is it A? X? Just keep using X? Okay. There we go. He's an idiot. No, beat the shit out of him. Shove it down his throat until he strangles himself to death. You nutter!
Ow! Did you see
Gouge out
that?
his eyes.
That lunatic shot me right in the head.
It was quite funny, let's be honest.
I could have taken him though.
Can I talk to dog? Talk to dog?
Oh, poor thing. You've had a horrible time. Don't be scared. I won't hurt you.
Rawr.
What you need is someone nice to look after you.
That's not us though, is it? And then kick him.
Oh, we can't keep you. We don't have enough food for ourselves. Well, I'm sorry, but we can't. Now you just rest.
Aww. I don't know, if we find like a cartoon steak, we can give it to the dog, right?
Let's go.
Where now? We didn't get any fucking gold from that boy? We could have robbed him and stole his clothes or something to sell.
Huh?
Let him freeze to death. Friendly villager is purple. Hello. How are you? How are you, love? When you see icons rising from people's heads, it means their opinion is changing. What the fuck? People did not like me there. Why are people not liking me? Funny but hating me. Fuck you. Oh, it's because I'm bringing out a gun! Oh, gee, why do I have a gun? Right. Well, fair enough. Just like your streams. Where am I meant to be going now? This way? Back this way? How do I change the camera? Chat shows you, what expressions you can use? Oh, they're afeared of me. Lovely.
Maybe we can go to Bower Lake when the weather's better. There's a nice camp out there. Yeah.
And what would we do there? We'd still be fucking starving and poor and kids.
Looks like a warrant, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Warrant for arson. This looks like a case of arson. Somebody's arson around. Ronnie rhymes with parsonist. Wanted for 19 counts of setting fire to public property or an officer of the peace. Sure, take it. Get the kids
Well,
afraid
we
of
have
you
our
early
first
on.
warrant.
First warrant. There's another one, I think. Leroy Unremarkable Stone. Wanted for suspicious though otherwise unremarkable behaviour. Cops!
Yes, another warrant.
I always remember that joke because my older sister audibly went, sin at the cinema. I really like Wallace and Gromit and the Curse of the Were-Rabbit. I quote that a lot. Right, this way, I suppose? Meant to go up there, or... I mean, there's some sort of homeless person over here, like us.
That would look nice on a mantle. I've got to steal a mantle.
What are you talking about me? Fucking Jesus! Goodbye.
No, Mumsy, I don't want to have a bath.
I like it, except there's no cheese in it. There is a lack of cheese in it, but the rabbits are very cute. Cheese, Gromit. I love Wallace and Gromit. I don't even really know why, but I love Wallace and Gromit. Read. Sign reads Bowerston Cemetery, okay? Just go dig up some bodies and steal some stuff from them, I assume.
Need help with something?
Sort of, yes. You kids aren't afraid of beetles, are you?
I don't really like the sort of Ed Sullivan Show, I want to hold your hand era.
Silly. No one's afraid of loathsome, evil, conniving beetles.
Are they the Beatles from The Mummy 1999 that eat Ahmed Jalili's brain? Because those freaked me out as a kid.
Terminate a few that are in my warehouse.
Yeah, fine. Go for it.
Shoot the beetles. Shoot to kill. And while you're breaking their hateful little heads open...
Jesus, they're just
try not to break
beetles.
any of
How
my
big are
stuff.
these beetles? Because if they're not the size of a dog, this guy's an idiot. Because beetles are kind of cute.
Hey, kid.
Oh, sorry.
Balthazar owes some protection money to Nicky the Nickname. So how about you leave the Beatles and smash his stock up instead? I'll give you a gold on Mr. the Nickname's behalf.
Now, I don't really want to kill the beetles, because I think beetles are cute. I thought British people love the Beatles. Press Y to fire ranged weapon. Go upstairs or smash the stock downstairs. I might just smash it up. Like, how do I smash? What exactly am I smashing? Smash 16% of stock. Yeah, fuck them. Can't stand the Beatles. I love the Beatles. Well, again, I don't like early Beatles. In fact, I kind of hate them. But later Beatles I like a lot.
Hey, he'll be out of business in no time.
You'll be well pressed, like.
Great stuff, kid.
Oh, that's easy. We didn't even break that much stuff.
You've got a real talent there, you do.
Gold, please.
That'll teach Balthazar not to pay Nicky the Nickname.
Fuck the Beatles.
Here, catch.
I will listen to Abbey Road, The White Album, and Sgt. Pepper all day if I want to. He performed an evil deed. Yeah, but they didn't know. Hey, Beatles are done.
Oh, I'm ruined. My stock is destroyed. You're not
Oh, we just told them. Why did we sneak out the window?
No savage, vile
Especially John Lennon.
beetles
Oh yeah,
that
John Lennon is
settled
a
in my
horrific man.
warehouse.
They're not great people, the Beatles.
That was a laugh,
But
wasn't it?
I like their music.
Getting paid to smash things up. And we've got another gold coin. We're really doing it.
Yay, we are little pricks. Fantastic. They're all about the Dan. They're no Steely Dan. I do probably prefer Steely Dan to the Beatles, but I do also really like the Beatles. Again, post, Revolver and afterwards. Revolver was what, 65? As soon as the Beatles stopped touring, I really liked the Beatles. Before that, when they had like the fucking silly mop top hair and just kind of jamming away on the Ed Sullivan Show, like I found that cringy and shit. But like after that, I like them. Anyway, where are we going next? Lead me on my way, glowing beam of light. No, actually, yeah, Rubber Soul's pretty good. Okay, post Rubber Soul and afterwards. Help's okay, I guess. I don't know, 64, 65. It's just, I don't like their first few albums. What do you want?
Hey, look at that, Betty. 2 sets of twins.
I'm seeing double.
Oh, you'll get
2
my
sets of
booze
twins.
back, won't you?
You can barely stand as it is.
but they can. Bet they can walk straight even.
This feels like enabling an
Get my
addiction.
booze back from that git magpie, and I'll give you a gold piece for it. He's
Yeah,
not
you
even
could.
a proper beggar. Has
You could
piles
just
of
buy
stuff,
more
and it's all
booze for the
stolen
gold
from
piece.
bona fide
Apparently,
tramps
we could live
like
for
my
a
good
week
self.
for a gold piece, or
Let
5
it go,
gold.
Pete. Save your money for important things.
Surely you could just buy more.
It is his money. Can't he decide how to spend it?
She's making all kinds
Don't
of sense.
enable an addict.
Well, let's talk about my money.
You're
You
sick.
find that bottle,
He's sick.
And I'll pay you to keep it out of his hands.
Okay, there we go. We'll do that. Fine.
Come
I saw
on,
recently they jumped on the
help
Warren
an old
Zevon wagon
man
for clout. Now, I do love Warren Zevon.
you
I
bring
can't
back my
imagine they
bottle?
wouldn't have liked Warren Zevon before. I'm sure they've done other reviews of his stuff, but I did also see that. Oh, it's a doggo.
There's that
To
dog
me,
again.
won't you, children?
Pitchfork would give the Beatles a 4.3 and give Steely Dan a 9.4. You know what? I'm tapping out. Going to Pitchfork. Right. We go to reviews. What's on their best new music? Boy Genius, which I haven't listened to. Fever Ray, which I really like. And Elvis Costello. Ugh. Not a big fan of Elvis Costello, to be honest. Let's go Steely Dan. What have they given Steely Dan? Asia. A 10. Okay, good. I mean, yeah, good. We're taking a look at Steely Dan from their early classic rock staples to their latter-day studio sleaze, with new reviews of 5 of their most influential records. Asia gets a 10. What did Can't Buy a Thrill? Let's take a look at a couple of these. 8.6, 8.3. Okay, they do love Steely Dan. They fucking love Steely Dan. Katie lied, 9.1. My God, they fucking love Steely Dan. Always, you asked this time. And what did they give? Warren Zevon. Warren Zevon. They've only reviewed one Warren Zevon album. And they did also give it a 10. I don't know if I'd go that high. I like this album a lot. A 10, though? I guess it did produce... No, I don't even think this is the one with Werewolves of London. Okay, whatever. Anyway. Don't know what's worse, caring about Pitchfork or Anthony Fantano. I've never watched Anthony Fantano. Anyway, let's go back. Let's go back to the game, shall we? No, I didn't. Sample did. What did they give the Beatles? Forgot. Right. I mean, they obviously weren't around when Beatles were releasing music. I'm sure they've done retrospective reviews. The Beatles reviews. They did Let It Be and Let It Be Super Deluxe, Abbey Road, The White Album, Sgt. Pepper's, Revolver, Rubber Soul. Go through them. 9.1, 9.1, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay. So they do like that. Right, back we go. Tramp's Treasure, find Magpie.
Magpie guy.
Okay, I'll find Magpie. Is he the one over there? Is that Magpie? Warrant for burglary. Time for bed, the headache is setting in. Good night, look. Yeah, I hope it passes. Fucking hell. Alan alliteration Altamont, wanting for breaking, entering, breaking and smashing, breaking repeatedly stomping upon, breaking, gluing back together and trying to pass off as not having ever been broken in the first place. Ugh, take.
Hey, you found one for us. Good boy.
Who's a good doggo,
Oh, I
Papa?
know. You're sweet.
I'll not discuss it.
But I told you before, we can't keep you.
Bring us some
Come on, little
food.
sparrow.
Too much Beatles. Good night. I like the Beatles.
That must be Magpie.
I mean, they've also done some of the worst songs of all time. Like, even later Beatles. Any band that puts out... they gave the White Album a 10 out of 10 on Pitchfork. Any album that has Revolution number 9 on it deserves at highest an 8. At the very highest. Right, are you Magpie? Let's take this. Okay, booze with note. I was just thinking of that. They only existed as a band for 7 years? Yeah, but I mean, so did, like... Let's say the Smiths. The Smiths, and again, Morrissey's a horrible prick, but the Smiths only existed as a band for, what, 5 years? And they're one of the best bands ever. So, you know, they accomplished a lot. Info. A potent bottle of booze, roughly stoppered with a scroll of paper. Take
Marcy,
it.
I don't want to have a bath.
Right, sneak away.
Ah, stupid Pete. You snooze.
Agreed about the Smiths.
Let's go collect our gold from the lady and the tramp.
Oh, the lady and the tramp. I get the
Want
joke.
a drink?
Right, I'm gonna give it to her. I'm not gonna
discuss it.
go full evil right now, at least. Hello.
Hey, the quadruplets are back. You've got booze.
It looks like you would be
Are you
freezing.
sure it's not your breath?
No, they're not. The Smiths are
I'll give you a gold
incredible.
piece for it.
Sounds good to me.
No, don't fall off the wagon.
He's clearly pissed.
Wagon?
He's definitely
Where?
fallen off the
Kids,
wagon.
Look out for the wagon.
Does he sound like he needs that? Here, I'll give you a gold piece for it.
Sure. I mean, look, it's his
Give me
booze, but
the
like,
wine.
yeah, okay.
No,
Give Betty the
don't.
wine.
Give it
Here,
to
Betty.
me.
Thank you.
Hold it.
They are,
There's
yes.
some paper in the bottle.
Enable.
I think this is yours.
It's not, but thanks. Oh, a warrant! Is that all the warrants? No,
I
it's 4
used
out of
to be an
5.
accountant.
That's pretty good. Ooh.
Don't drink.
I always thought they were overrated.
Well done.
Oh,
You probably
there's
saved
another
his
one.
life.
You probably saved his life. That's not how it works.
Is that one of...
He didn't drink once, and so he's not an alcoholic anymore. No, it's not how it works. Yes, Morrissey is one of the biggest pieces of shit in music. Morrissey is fucking horrific. But, oh my god, the Smiths are so good. U2 is overrated? Oh, I mean, the U2 is pretty hated. I don't think I've ever really listened to U2, so honestly, I don't know. I know that my dad really liked about 2 U2 albums. He really liked Zooropa, and he really liked another one. I can't remember what it was called. Maybe Joshua Tree. But I've never listened to any of them. You've killed him. Alcohol withdrawal can be as dangerous as alcoholism. You've killed him. The morality of this game can be questionable. Look, it's a game from the mid-2000s, it's gonna be. U2 is definitely overrated, but yeah, I think millennials and younger usually hate them. I've heard good things about... look, it's a very cringe take, but I don't hate Sunday Bloody Sunday. Yeah. Scene pause, let's go.
warrants?
Yeah, it is. Nicky the nickname Chalmers. Oh, this was the guy we did the money quest for. Wanted for assault with a deadly weapon, assault with a potentially deadly weapon, assault with a weapon we can't believe could possibly be deadly, but unfortunately was. A spoon, maybe? Joshua Tree's a
And
good
that's 3
album.
gold coins now. Just 2 more and we can buy the music box.
Lovely.
That's all the warrants.
Hello, Zoe,
We should
welcome.
Go back to that guy.
I am. I'm ahead of you, you fucking idiot. I did meet a guy who my age, but who loved him, but he was hot. This game doesn't seem to like homeless people very much. Well, it is British. I'll just say that.
Hey, it's my favourite couple of kids.
Who's Arthur? Nonce.
Listen, creep. I told you no this morning.
Nonce. Stab
Shut
him.
it, girl. This isn't about that.
Get the wooden
Those
sword
warrants
and
you're
just
collecting, I want them.
squish the testicles,
So does our friend
maybe?
the guard.
Yeah, but you're going to give them to me,
Oh.
see? Otherwise, there'll be trouble.
There'll be trouble, all right. You take these, and I'll tell our friend what you really want.
Oh,
All
Jesus.
right, you little hard case.
You
What
little
you paying?
tease.
A gold piece? I'll give you a gold right here. Save you to walk back.
Right, now.
Where do you think you're going?
Right. So we can give the warrants to this guy or the guard. Now, I don't like cops, but this guy is very clearly a rapist. So I don't really want to do that. Cops, rapist. Cops, rapist. Like, in my head, I can see the meme of, like, they're both the same picture. But, like... yes, exactly. What do I do? I mean, he's right here, and he might stab us. Or worse.
Hand over those warrants. There's a gold piece in it for you.
We are just kids. We're just men. We're just
And on to
normal
God,
men.
I guess. If you want the money right now, you could give him the warrants.
What do you think?
Now you're talking, girl.
On the other hand, he's scum.
Oh, stop. You're going to make me break down weeping.
I can't give it to fucking rapey Fagin. I can't. The guard, we don't
What's it going to be then?
100% know that he's a rapey Fagin. We know this guy is.
The warrants are around here somewhere.
Here, have the fucking warrants. I hate being a scab, but sure. Also, can you maybe beat up rapey Fagin?
A lifesaver.
Like, that would help us out a lot.
Normally, justice is its own reward. But as these aren't normal circumstances...
Grass. Right, we only need one more now. Oh, and somebody over there. Should it? Yeah, because the cops always arrest people they should. Grass.
Need one more.
Okay, what do you want?
Oh, Monty.
Oh, Monty. Who are you talking to? Somebody up there?
I think Mother heard us.
Ooh, that camera angle. Hello? Oh, Monty. What's Mother heard? Hello? You talk to me? Are you just gonna fucking stand there? Oh, Jesus. The transitions are a bit weird. Can I have some meat or punch you in some way?
You again?
There we go.
I don't want you sniffing around my daughter.
Oh.
Now push off before I call the guards, you animal.
My God, she's got huge
Claim
tracts
those
of land.
floors. They're as filthy as that no-good delinquent Monty.
Jesus Christ, it's like Jane Mansfield. You need Howard Hughes to engineer a special bra for you. Speak to Monty. Okay, let's go speak to Monty then. Cool. Hello, Monty. You've got a silly pointy hat.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, little ones.
Oh!
My situation is unbearable.
It's worse than the nonce.
Can't even begin to describe it.
Looks to me like you fancy the girl who lives there, but her mum thinks you're rubbish.
You are.
So she's locked her away.
I suppose that's the gist of it. Why'd you ask me then?
Maybe we could help you.
Could we?
Yes.
Do we want to?
You could take my proposal.
I mean, it is weird of the mum. She can date who she
There
likes.
is hope. My heart soars in my chest like.
How did he ever get work?
I'm a bit strapped right at the moment.
Okay, goodbye then.
But Belinda's good for it. I'm sure she'll pay you when she receives my letter.
Right. Not a big fan of you. If she says no, although no, she seemed into you for some fucking reason. Look, I support women's rights and I support women's wrongs as well, so she can get with them if she wants. Monty's proposal. Sure, what does it say? Darling, run away with me, babes, like two doves. We shall rise on love's gentle breeze to soar above the world in our bliss, forever embracing the clouds, babes. What, you're just going to sigh at me?
Straight to Belinda. Don't let her mum get it.
Oh, is this going to be a stealth mission?
This letter's awful.
I just read it.
Listen to this. Darling, run away with me. Like two doves.
We're right in front of him. I mean, I don't like him either, but this is just mean. You're speaking at full volume right in front of the guy.
Forever embracing in the clouds.
Although, look, maybe more people should have their bad poetry read back to them in a mocking voice. I've read a lot of bad poetry.
It's a bit over the top, innit?
Innit? Are we cockneys then, innit? I don't really know what that accent
Knock
is.
on the door and let's see who answers.
Hello, we're orphans. We're little urchins. Got any gold?
What do you want?
Your large-chested daughter has a suitor that she'd like to go away with.
Well, why didn't you just say so? Come on
Okay. You've read a lot of poetry? I've read a decent amount of poetry in secondary school. I'm not a big fan. I've never really been into poetry. I like all my favorite poems are really Route 1, like normcore poetry. Like I like dulce est decorum est. Dulce et decorum est. That's probably my favorite poem. Other than that, maybe Ozymandias by Percy Shelley. Like real fucking Route 1 top of the barrel stuff.
Wait there.
No, I haven't really
gone
gone deep into poetry.
And don't you touch anything.
Okay, Jesus, leave me alone. Read that before? You've proven to be quite an evil fella so quickly. Should Albion be worried about you? Oh, come on.
But then, if we give it to Belinda upstairs, maybe they can run away together.
I left it here somewhere.
I can't really think of many. I didn't like Sylvia Plath when I read her. You know what? Another one. I quite like some of the Shakespearean sonnets. I couldn't tell you the number because a lot of them are untitled, but I quite like a lot of the Shakespearean sonnets. Those are quite good. Other than that, I just never really clicked with poetry that much. Oh, come on, Ozymandias and then Fedora. It's such a Fedora and kind of fucking Reddit-y choice for one, but I do really like it. The sonnets are pretty good, probably better than his plays. I really like some of his plays. I really like Twelfth Night. I really like Macbeth. A couple of others. But I do really like the sonnets. They might be better. I don't know. I haven't read them in a while, since I was in secondary school, in fact. I haven't read any poetry properly since then. I heard Sylvia Plath was really racist. I wouldn't be that surprised. The only thing anybody really knows about Sylvia Plath off the top of their head is the whole head in the oven thing. But I found her poetry. It's like poetry. It's the poetry version of an emo. I found her really fucking melodramatic and just so over the top sad. And I know she did put her head in an oven, so it was real. But I just rolled my eyes so hard every time I read a Sylvia Plath poem. Anyway, continue. But, you know, she was in that time in America, probably had some weird racist beliefs. She was married to Ted Hughes, wasn't she? I can't remember what his views were. I've never read a Ted Hughes poem. Give Belinda the letter. My God, honestly, your back is going to be fucked in like 2 years.
Mother will be very cross if she finds you here.
Here, take the letter.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Ooh, achievement unlocked.
Here's something for your trouble. Oh, Monty, my little dove.
Oh, you poor idiot. You.
I guess some people's wishes
Oh,
do
they're
come
both
true.
dumb. You know what? They're both dumb. They'll be happy.
We can buy the music box now.
They're both fucking idiots. They can be fine. Can we rob her while we're here? Like, why not go through the things? Do you think James refused to be in the game unless they could have him dating some of the big rack? In this era, was James Corden like as powerful and famous as he is now? Because somehow he has managed to fucking fail upwards every step of his career. But yeah, Sylvia Plath is very famous among depressed teens. A bit like Elliot Smith. She's the Elliot Smith of poetry. And I don't really like Elliot Smith that much either.
That's why Father left you, and you can't get another man.
Fuck me.
Belinda, you shouldn't talk to your mum like that.
Fucking hell.
Oh, now you're taking her side?
What? No.
Well, maybe you should marry her instead.
But you're my one true love.
Polycule?
Without you, there are no stars.
She was all over Tumblr. That's a ban.
Sky, only the cold, crushing dark of your.
Is this his first time playthrough of Fable 2? Yes, it is.
My little dove.
Oh, she seems temperamental. You know what they say about women. All the emotions are in their head. They don't have room for a brain. Sorry. Don't like Elliot Smith? Elliot's... It's fine. It's fine. I like Needle in the Hay, okay, and I like a couple of his other songs. But in general, I do kind of... When Elliot Smith plays, I do want to go like, oh, play a little violin. Even though he did stab himself in the heart. So it is real. It's just so melodramatic. It would be nice for you to see a woman on screen without ironically being sexist. Fair point.
Come on, let's go buy that music box.
I think you'll be happy together.
Can't wait to see what it can do.
Like, she seems a bit, you know, fickle, but like, better than this woman. She just seems bitter at life. I think you're dumb enough and she's dumb enough that you will make a lovely couple. You'll just sort of bounce through life going, we're happy. I think I'll be fine. I'm anticipating coming back here and it being nice and wholesome. Because I think you grow up in this game. I don't think the whole game is as a kid. I think it's like the first one.
Hello, children.
Hello, you're sleazy and weird. I'd like a music box, please. You love Elliot, other sad boy music. It's weird. Elliot Smith was good depression music when I was younger. I remember the first time I properly tried to listen to Elliot Smith was in the Lego Movie 2, right? Which is a terrible movie. Don't watch the Lego Movie 2. Lego Movie 1 is a good movie. It's like a pretty solid, fun adventure movie. Lego Movie 2 is fucking atrocious. But there was one funny line in it where they're at like the sad moment in the story. Third act, like, oh, we're all depressed, we're about to lose the quest or whatever. And one of the character goes, oh, you know what? I think I finally understand Radiohead. And everybody in this movie laughed. And then and then Batman, I think, goes, oh yeah, you should also definitely check out Elliot Smith. And I went, you know what? They're getting compared. I'll try out Elliot Smith. And it just fucking... It's just so whiny. It's like Linkin Park, but soft rock. It's just irritating to me. Figure 8 is a good Elliot Smith album. Maybe, you know what? It could easily be that if I listen to it again, I'd like it. Like I did with Slint. I was never a big Slint fan. And then on like my 5th listen, I went, oh, I get it now and love it now. Am I the only one that liked the Lego movies? I really liked the first one, but I really, really did hate the second one. I like Lego Movie 2, especially because it calls out Chris Pratt's entire career. Very therapeutic stuff for abuse survivor moods. Never seen that because I hated the first Lego movie. Am I the only one that liked them? I think many people, I would say the majority, loved the first one. I don't know if a single person other than you liked the second one, I'll be honest. Like, the second one is... I mean, there's a reason there hasn't been a third one. Like, it's pretty bad. But the first one's very charming. I enjoyed it. Scene paused. Let's continue. Right, give me the music box. Accept. I mean, it's fine to like it. It's not like it's an offensive movie or anything like that. How many films are about toxic masculinity being bad? Fair enough. It's just like... I would say it has good themes. I have nothing wrong against the themes of the movie. It's just the writing is dire. Like, it is very unentertaining. It's like the first movie. It's pretty banal, like generic, be creative kind of messaging. But like, you know, the writing's charming and it's the performances. Even Chris Pratt, who sucks, manages to be kind of charming in it. The ending's quite sweet. I think I teared up. The second one has none of that charm for me. Sounds like something I'd be into. I didn't even know there was a second one. Yeah, it came out like 4 years after the first one and almost nobody saw it. I don't think it was a box office bomb, but it wasn't a success either. That's why there hasn't been more. Yes, buy this. A small music box that trembles with energy at your touch. Is this going to like inject me with magic dust or something? Yeah, he works as that character because the point was he's an unintelligent everyman who is incapable of seeing the dystopia he loved. Yes, it's perfect for Chris Pratt. You know how I said that John Wick was the perfect role for Keanu Reeves? Because he doesn't have to act, he just has to grumble with a beard. And that's perfect for him. Chris Pratt is perfect for the Lego movie because that is just Chris Pratt. Like it works because he's just generic white man who lives in a dystopia but loves it. That's all it was, you know.
Go ahead and turn the handle, but mind you go somewhere quiet like.
This is gonna fucking stab me with a needle or something.
Wish, little sparrow.
Okay. Oh, we're idiots. We're idiots. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when you live in a dream. And then as that gets twisted throughout it, it's just a fun kind of commentary on that. But it is made by, obviously, the Hollywood system, so it is a little bit hypocritical. But I liked it. That was fun. I found him similarly obnoxious in Guardians of the Galaxy, which people also loved. I liked Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I don't love him in it, but I liked Guardians of the Galaxy 1 okay. And then also despised 2. I don't know if I think I might say Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is my least favorite Marvel movie. Like even lower than like Thor 2, which sucks. Like it's I fucking despised that movie, and I don't even know why. It's kind of the same. I hated it, and a lot of people liked that one as well. Right, let's use the music box on this suspiciously convenient table with a cloth on it. That's also why you got the song. That is an irritatingly catchy song. That's Lonely Island with another singer who I can't remember. Lego used to have a lot of fights with people who animated using Lego, and the Lego movie is also kind of an allegory for Lego coming to terms with that and celebrating. Yes, it has... there was a lot of lawsuits against people who would do like stop motion Lego animation on YouTube. And then there is... the movie is kind of paying homage and apologizing for that a little bit. So, you know, again, maybe too little too late for some people, but it's fine. I think it's a fine movie. I don't know if... like a lot of Lord and Miller stuff, I don't know if it's really worth going back to, but it's charming and well liked. Like, what else did they make? They made 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street, not 23 Jump Street. There wasn't one. They got binned, I think. They were going to do a crossover with that in Men in Black. They did Spider-Verse, which is probably the best thing they've made, I suppose. Lego Movie 2, and then probably more stuff as well. 22 Jump Street is quite a fun satire of sequels. I think 22 Jump Street is a better movie than 21 Jump Street. And considering it's a mid-2010s or early 2010s, mid-2000s comedy movie, it only has one scene of vile transphobia. So it's better than some. It's pretty bad. But the rest of the movie's good. The rest of the movie's quite a fun time. I enjoyed the sequel mocking. I heard Spider-Verse is good. Spider-Verse I enjoyed a lot. I don't know if I'd ever watch it again. I think it was just a one and done thing for me, but I liked it. And it has kind of kicked the like DreamWorks style fucking animation style out the window for movies, which is nice. Because like Puss in Boots, if you've watched Puss in Boots, the animation is very similar. It's good. I like Spider-Verse. I'm going to say it. I'm going to take a stand and say I liked Into the Spider-Verse. Will I watch the sequel that's coming out? I'll see. I'm sick of superheroes, even good ones. But maybe. I love the lower frame rate. Yes, exactly. Lower frame rate, more stylized and intentionally a bit weird looking. It's good. And it did so well that they were like, oh, people might like this. Instead of the standard Pixar DreamWorks Illumination style, which I think is very ugly a lot of the time. Use the music box, by the way.
I wish.
I had a mummy. I wish I wasn't so hungry. I wish my sister would fuck off. I wish she was a big plate of ham. Oh, my controller's vibrating on my lap.
But where did it go?
What did you wish?
Why are we still here?
You better not have done a fucking Ghostbusters and a giant marshmallow man's about to come over.
Let's just go to bed. I was so sure this was it. I had this feeling like we were...
Oh, I like that music and her in the distance. That's actually quite good. Quite a spooky atmosphere created there. Be careful what you wish for. Did we wish in our head for like, oh, I wish a giant marshmallow man would come and destroy the city? I've said this before, but I may as well say it again. That scene in Ghostbusters where the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man comes into New York scared me so much as a child that it almost gave me a panic attack. I had to leave the room and couldn't be in the room whenever it was re-aired on TV because I knew it was coming. As soon as like the last act of the movie happens, I go like, and would leave the room as a kid because I knew that fucking Marshmallow Man would happen. It's the only good scene in the film. I think that movie's okay. I think it's a bit overrated, to be honest, but I think it's all right. Right, what do you want to do?
What are you doing here? I'm sure I didn't wish for you.
Eat him.
All right, fine. Welcome to our little paradise.
I watched a bit of it again recently and didn't think it had held up nearly as well as I thought it did. but I didn't finish it. I just caught part of it on TV or something. And I was like, I'm not overlooking quite as much of the horrific sexism that Bill Murray does. Because I know the Bill Murray is meant to be a creep, but he doesn't have any comeuppance in the movie. He just gets what he wants. So it does undermine that. So it's a bit gross, the movie, I guess. But there are funny moments in it. It's true, this man has no dick. It's kind of funny. It's just, I don't know if I'd ever watch it again. And every other Ghostbusters thing sucks. Like, every other Ghostbusters piece of media is insufferable. Right, can I pet the dog? Or eat it? Kick it to death and eat it? We are very hungry. I grew up with the expectation that I should like Ghostbusters, E.T. and Back to the Future because the adults in my life grew up with them, but I think they're all shit. I said Emma looked shocked when I said this. She doesn't like Ghostbusters and E.T., but she loves Back to the Future. Emma was watching a bit of Back to the Future on TV the other day and went, oh, do you want to watch this? And I went, I don't really like Back to the Future. And she looked shocked at me. And I was like, what? It's a bit Zemeckis-y. And then she went, but it's Back to the Future. And I think it is one of those psyops where it's just sort of, you're meant to like them. I loved E.T. as a kid, but tried to rewatch it and I was bored. I think Back to the Future is just kind of And the sequels aren't very good. Back to the Future 2 is pretty bad, I think. I think Back to the Future 1 I can watch. Back to the Future 2 sucks. Back to the Future 3, I haven't seen since I was a kid. Back to the Future 2 is good, but wasn't the first one. I disagree with everybody at all turns. It's great. Yeah, I thought Back to the Future 2 was pretty... It's one of those... I'm sorry for pausing so much, I really am. But it's one of those fake classics where everybody thinks they're meant to be a classic. I don't think Back to the Future 2 even has very good reviews. Like, if you look at contemporary reviews or modern reviews, I don't think they're ever particularly good for Back to the Future 2 or 3. But everybody just knows them through cultural osmosis because they were such big hits. And because Gen Xers loved them so much, it's been foisted onto millennials and Gen Z. Like The Goonies. Fuck The Goonies is so terrible. But that is considered a classic. Home Alone? Home Alone fucking sucks. Oh, I hate Home Alone. And that has bad reviews on like Rotten Tomatoes even, and it's still beloved. Ugh. Ghostbusters, it's all right, kind of fun, but not amazing, and Bill Murray's an asshole. We agree completely on Ghostbusters for once. Because yeah, I would agree with that. I think Ghostbusters is just okay. I don't really get the belovedness of it, to be honest. I've heard the cartoons were okay. The Goonies sucked. I'm glad it's not just me who hates all these films. 80s nostalgia films. Well, it's movies from the 80s that were nostalgic for the 50s. It's kind of Back to the Future and Goonies and stuff like that.
I work for Lord Lucian, miss.
The only one of those that's good is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
In his castle. I've been sent to collect you.
Oh, what the fuck did we wish?
It did work. Our wish came true. Come on, little sparrow, wake up.
Are we dead?
Right.
Okay, good.
We're going to Lord Lucian's castle. I'll come back for you. I promise.
I promise. There's way better films from the 80s, like Terminator 2 and Aliens. Yes, but like even kids' movies from the 80s leaned very hard on like baby boomer nostalgia. Like Back to the Future 2 is all about, and Back to the Future 1 as well, are all about like, isn't the 50s cool? Doesn't it fill you with warmth? Same with Home Alone. It has this very sort of twee 50s nonsense going on. A lot of them do, really. They're just kind of too shit and boring, really. Goonies as well. I'm very partial to Neverending Story because I did grow up with that and I like rewatching it. And nostalgia is a big part of that sort of thing. Like, I've said this before, one of my favourite movies of all time is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Now, people hate that movie, but I love it. And I'm positive quite a lot of that is due to nostalgia because I watched it so many times as a kid. So I wouldn't recommend it to people, but I do love it. Everyone in the 80s was snorting the 50s and capitalism and thinking they were unstoppable Superman. Exactly. Who hates the Holy Grail? The Holy Grail has been ruined. A bit like The Big Lebowski. The Big Lebowski is probably one of the best movies ever, but it has been slightly ruined by Reddit types quoting it over and over again for the last 50 years, right? Or 30 years for Big Lebowski. Like, or 20 years? Whenever that came out. 25 maybe? Like, Holy Grail is fucking outstandingly funny, but it has been quoted so many times that anytime I hear it quoted, I roll my eyes until they almost disconnect. But I will watch it every so often still. I still really like it. The same with Big Lebowski. There is a certain type of person whose personality is quoting the Big Lebowski, even though that's probably the best Coen Brothers movie and one of the best movies just in general. Are we about to be kidnapped by nonces, by the way? I see a gang of guards. I hate John Cleese and that other Tory guy. John Cleese and Terry Gilliam are horrific people, yes. Hello. Go to Castle Fairfax. Are we okay with that? Are we just being idiot kids here? Tell me exactly what you wished for, by the way. Because I want to... Some fucking capricious genie is rubbing his hands going, hee hee hee. Careful what you wish for. Terry Gilliam is the worst director ever. Now he is. I think Brazil and 12 Monkeys are fantastic. Other than that, nothing really, I'll be honest. Because Terry Jones directed Holy Grail, didn't he? Terry Gilliam just did the animations. I haven't seen those, but everything else is bad. Like, the reason Terry Gilliam's is beloved is there's a couple of cult classics that are bad, but people like them anyway, like Time Bandits. But his two genuinely very good movies are Brazil and 12 Monkeys. And they have given him a lot of gravitas for all of the shit that he's made since. Like, he's made a lot of almost exclusively really bad movies after that, but people still like him anyway because of those two. Go to Castle Fairfax. Sure, we'll do it. Time Band is hard to watch, as did Dr. Parnassus. Oh, I watched the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus as a kid, and even as a kid I was like, doesn't deserve to be on a cinema screen. I don't even remember what it was about, to be totally honest.
Here are the children Lord
It left my brain as soon after Time Bandits is a classic.
Hello.
Your name is actually Jeeves.
Hello, sir.
If you'd follow me, please.
It's about people talking over each other.
Castle every day and think
and aggravating me.
We both do.
That's actually interesting. I'm sure there's a lot of directors. If you have any sort of neurodivergency, like ADD, ADHD, stuff like that, I imagine it's almost impossible to watch like a Terry Gilliam movie or a Robert Altman movie, because they're constantly talking over each other and it's quite hard to follow. I imagine it would get real fucking overstimulating.
But inside, it's even more beautiful than I imagined.
Looks a bit creepy. Parnassus is weird, but not good weird. That's a lot of Terry Gilliam's later stuff.
Hello, Master Garth.
You look like that Rasputin-y... Not Rasputin. The Nazi... The Nazi guy from Hellboy with the dust lips.
Oh, in the North Wing. Lord Lucian hasn't been in there since the tragic deaths of Lady Fairfax and little Amelia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I heard. That was so awful.
Yes, he misses them terribly.
Wouldn't trust a poor street urchin for interior design opinions.
Actually, he takes most of his meals in his study.
Why are we here?
He's in there working.
Are we being
all hours
adopted?
doing research.
What does he research?
And history.
He's going to inject teen blood into himself. He's Peter Thiel.
Sorts, but he's chiefly interested in things relating to the Old Kingdom.
There was a trader in Old Town who said his stuff was from the Old Kingdom.
The music box?
Yes, yes. I believe Lord Lucian heard about that.
We bought a piece of it, and we made a wish, and now we're here.
Well, that's wonderful.
Oh, now, we're going to get eaten. We're going to get eaten. He needs young girls to eat, because they're the tenderest for royals.
Yes, sir.
And do not mention Lady Fairfax or Amelia.
Okay, so it's a Rebecca situation, maybe? I hated Uncut Gems. It was too stressful, and I don't like Adam Sandler. It's on my list, actually.
The children are here.
I need to watch Uncut Gems, because I have heard that it is probably one of the most anxious and stressful movies ever made, but sometimes I'm into that. That's why I like Midsummer.
Children, it's come to my attention that you have some sort of magic box. May I see it?
Oh, we're gonna get fucking
It
strangled.
vanished, my lord. We were winding it up and we made a wish and then it started to glow and it disappeared.
After you used it?
Shit and overrated. Have you seen Boiling Point? No. I don't think I've seen a single Safdie Brothers movie.
The box is of no interest.
That's an anxious
The
restaurant thing.
remarkable Is that you were able to use it? What was your wish?
Oh.
Well, speak up. What did you wish for?
To live in a castle like this one.
Perhaps that could be arranged. I'm working to rebuild... Well, I'm working on something wonderful, for which I need individuals with...
This voice acting is actually really good. Like, less goofy good and more, like, genuinely good.
Who possess them. Would you kindly stand in the circle, please?
I will say, I'm engrossed.
I promise it won't hurt you.
The producer of Uncut Gems is sexual abuser, apparently. I mean, look, is there a Hollywood producer that isn't? Which isn't an excuse, obviously. But, like, I think it would be quite hard if you went looking to find a Hollywood movie that wasn't produced by some sort of sex pest or stars a sex pest. It's just a whole rotten, fucked up thing. It's like every New Line Cinema thing would have been produced by Weinstein, right? So it is a bit weird when you're watching... Like, it is a weird feeling now to watch, say, Lord of the Rings, right? First New Line Cinemas thing that comes to mind. And you think, Weinstein was probably on set through a lot of this. And, like, looking at people, like, ooh, gives you a little bit of a shiver. It's a bit weird. Weinstein was a part of everything? Yeah, he was. I think Weinstein... Emma was reading out a stat to me the other day that Harvey Weinstein is, like, the third most thanked person in Oscar speech history. It goes Harvey Weinstein, Spielberg, God. Those are the three people in order that are thanked most in Oscar speeches. He was in fucking everything. New Line Cinema, well, that's Blade ruined. New Line Cinema, the Weinstein Company, Miramax, fucking everything. He was involved in everything. Still like to avoid when possible. Yes, obviously. But like, it's rough, basically. Like, apparently, one of the orcs in Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, you know, the one with the, like, almost elephant man looking face? One of the generals. Oh, thank you, Gaza, for the follow. One of the general people who, like, steps aside from him. Apparently, he is based on Harvey Weinstein. I know his name. Yeah, Gorthmog, I think is his name. They're all that kind of name. And in Tropic Thunder, Tom Cruise's character is at least partially based on Weinstein. He's a meld of a few different producers. That horrific man, Harvey the Orc. So, like, there's always, like, little hints here and there that they knew, you know? It's interesting. Anyway, scene paused. Let's go. Okay, I'm about to be eaten. People always know. Yeah, it's like,
What's that?
people made jokes for, like, 25 years about Savile, for instance. And then, obviously, it came out into the mainstream. People always know rumors, except, you know, if they say anything... Either they're too cowardly to say anything, or they know they'll get sued into oblivion. Yeah, exactly. They can't say a streamer's a Nazi without getting ostracized from a stream community. Exactly. It's always that kind of thing. People either band together. I mean, it's like, I've mentioned this before. If you want to feel really depressed about maybe some celebrities that you maybe looked up to, you know, I try not to do that, but... directors, actors, producers that you maybe think are cool, go look up who signed the letter defending Roman Polanski. It will be everyone you like. Literally everyone you like will have signed that. It's a very poisonous industry, like many, many, many industries. It's why I think Tar should have won the Oscars, because it's like a good commentary on that. It took like 15 years to make because of that. It's never happened, just making up random examples, wink. Anyway, there's a few Polanski's movies I like, though. Yes, I mean, I've said this before. I think if you give money to watch a Polanski movie, you are evil, right? You're an evil person. I would recommend, though, pirating and watching some Polanski movies. Depressing as that is to say. Obviously, if that is a breaking point for you, if that's like a... If the knowledge of him behind the camera is too much, that's perfectly fine. But I think Chinatown might be... It might be top 3 best movies ever made. Repulsion is also amazing. Rosemary's Baby is amazing. The Pianist is incredible. He's also got a few shit ones, like his Oliver Twist. But, like, it is weird as well, because Emma was talking about this in university recently, actually. She was talking, because we've talked about this before, Emma and I, and she also had a conversation with a university professor when she was doing media analysis. That if you knew nothing about Roman Polanski and you watched, say, Repulsion, you would think that it was the most feminist movie ever made. Like, the way that he handles... Ironically, the way that he handles sexual abuse and sexual assault and PTSD in that movie is groundbreaking for the time that it came out. But then you know that it's Roman Polanski directing it, and you get a sick feeling in your stomach because it's like, well, he probably knows that because he did it, you know? Like, it's horrible. But if you can separate the art from the artist, and again, do not pay for him, but if you can separate from the art to the artist, it is an incredibly good, anxious look at that sort of thing. Same with Rosemary's Baby, same with Chinatown. But again, it's like, you're almost like, was he getting off on this when he was doing it? Like, Jesus Christ. Separate their head from their body. Yes, if you maybe killed Polanski and then watched all their movies while their corpse decomposed. What's this thing you mentioned? Not pirating, exactly. There's an IMDb page showing all the celebrities who signed the Polanski petition in nice format with pictures and descriptions who are there. Yes, it is so many people. I used to be concerned that my username might be seen like Jackson apologism, but I don't think that anyone actually sees it like that. Yes, the same way that Jackson was allegedly, I should say, allegedly an extremely weird guy who did some stuff. Smooth Criminal is one of the best songs ever. Smooth Criminal is one of my favorite songs. Love it. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Because also, you know, it's about... this is a lame thing to say, but I do think about it sometimes. You know, the director is the one in control, especially with an auteur director, so it is mainly his movie. But also, Jack Nicholson is in that movie and makes a lot of choices. A lot of, you know, the writer is involved with that movie, obviously, of the script, the actors, the producers, the grips, you know, hundreds of people were involved with that movie. But at the same time, especially with an auteur director, it is Polanski's movie, and that name is hanging above it whenever you watch it and however you watch it. It's hard to disconnect that, you know? So I think it just goes person by person, but I like some of his movies. I don't know how to think about him because I read all the case notes and there's enough to throw it into question, but then also is very rich. Yes, Jackson. I know that as well. There's been a couple of documentaries, but it's never been conclusively said either way whether Jackson did what he did or not, right? So I'm not knowledgeable enough to know, basically, which is true about a lot of my opinions. I would say if any opinions, you know, any of my opinions should be taken as if they are muttered by a guy hunching over a bear, right? Like, I don't know. I believe so. Exactly. Like, it's hard not to believe them because why would they lie is what it comes down to. But at the same time, I think the FBI dropped their case and stuff like that. But again, he's really fucking rich and powerful. Was really rich and powerful. He's obviously dead now. So, like, you know, and yeah, exactly, especially after his death. So, you know, probably sus, I think it's fair to say, right? Michael Jackson. Anyway, let's play the game, shall we? It's extremely ostracizing to talk about being... Exactly. I always find it weird, that argument. Like, oh, they're just doing it for attention or something. It's like, would you fucking want that attention? Look at literally anybody who has ever come forward about sexual abuse in the media. The fucking shit that they get, the horrible treatment, and their reputation and whole personal life is raked forever. Like, you would not want to do that to yourself, no matter what the money. I just don't believe it happens. I mean, I'm sure it has happened, but like, you know, I'm sure it has happened in the past, but it's like when some fucking moron makes a false rape accusation, and then that just gives all the pricks on the internet an excuse to go like, this is why they're all lying, and it's like, Jesus. Like, why would they? It never goes well. It's not like it's like, oh, everybody's gonna believe you and treat you well. It's like, no, it's gonna be the opposite of that. It's fucking horrible for anybody with any sort of sexual assault or sexual abuse history. It's always gonna be fucking awful for you, no matter what. So, you know, I obviously do sort of blanket believe them, but I don't know. I don't know enough about it to have an opinion on most things. Think about Megan Thee Stallion getting shot and having to prove it in court. I know. Oh, hey, another thing I don't know anything about. Right, let's play. Yes, exactly. I like that low effort emote. Continue. Let's talk to the evil man who may end up doing something like I just talked about. Low effort. Well, I love how it's clearly made in MS Paint. Low effort stream. I like that my stream is low effort. It makes it easy.
It doesn't hurt.
Oh, we're about to be fucking turned into milk or something. He's gonna drink us. Whatever is about to happen once I step on the blue glowing floor, it is going to be bad. Also, I can't appear to step. There we go. Yeah, we're in some sort of fucking slave force field. Amazing.
It's true.
He does want our blood!
Ah, heroes.
What is the genetic thing? Is it midichlorians? Did George Lucas write this? Fucking hell. He's evil.
What are you? Wait.
My lord,
something
what happened?
here.
What's that like?
Quiet! You're heroes, but you're not any of the three. One of you is the fourth.
What's happening?
He's got a fucking gun.
This isn't what I wanted. But nothing must stand in my way.
No, wait! Don't!
Probably don't shoot my sister in the head. Can I, like... Right. I'm out of here, but I leave this thank you for the clip.
I can't allow you to live either.
Oh, why?
I'm sorry.
Fuck you! It's Fallout New Vegas now? We better wake up and take revenge on... I mean, this guy's much better than Matthew Perry. Oh, Jesus! How fucking light are we? Are we made of aluminium foil? Fucking hell! Okay, yeah, obviously we're dead. It's a dog eating her little sausage fingers. Mummy? Sleeping in a home you own can give you a wide variety of bonuses. I feel like that's not really my priority now, game.
Lucian disappeared from Castle Fairfax that night, certain that those who might stand in his way would...
Where'd he go? He's still the Lord, isn't he?
Grief is so great, even death may keep its distance. And so the girl survived. Days later...
It's like the end of John Wick 3.
Life slowly returned to her small, broken body.
Where he falls off that fucking hotel and breaks his back in 15 places and then is like, I'm fine.
The comfort of the dog's warm fur, ready to take her first steps in a new life. 10 winters blanketed Albert.
10 years!
10 summers filled the air with the sounds of insects and laughter. With time, the girl's pain turned to strength.
Man, these people love kidnapping orphans and making them into soldiers, don't they?
Revenge the death that still haunted her every dream.
Is this Coney 2012? Oh, we've got a skirt.
There you are.
You haven't aged a day.
Too. Many years ago, I promised I would help you avenge
As you
your
know.
sister's death. That day has come. Today, you leave the safety of this camp and seek out Lucien. The journey will not be easy.
Oh, the dog's kind of cute.
Near your caravan. I've left a few things inside that might prove useful. Meet me by the gate.
It's a nice caravan. Does he feel like butter spread over too much toast? Toast sandwich. That is one of the best lines in a book. Like, a lot of people give Tolkien flack, and justifiably, for being not the best writer in the world. Best world builder in the world, probably, but not the greatest storytelling writer. But he has got some great lines like that. Like, butter scraped over too much bread is amazing. Well, I like that it just gives... I'm never going to get lost again. Look at this. I can just have this up. How do I run? How do I run? Hello? You want to talk to me?
Someone needs to rid us of Thag.
Who's Thag?
The only place to go for a statue is Oakfield.
You can buy this house. Once you own it, you can choose to live there and receive special bonuses. Ooh! Or become a landlord. Ooh! That's topical in Ireland right now. That's why I can just fucking buy properties. Buy and move in. Owneth Gareth the... Right. 1 star. Caravan. Fantastic. Good stuff. Let's ignore that. Can we talk to any of these people then? Hello?
Picnics by the lake all the time when I was a young girl.
A purple highlight indicates a friendly villager. Yeah, but none of them care about me.
Hope you have a great day.
Is it my birthday? I have no idea. I like your outfit. Someone has just tried flirting with you. What? This woman? Were you like flirting with me? Hang on. I just said I liked your outfit. How do I flirt? It told me, but I missed it. Flirt with me. Hello.
I'm a little princess.
Hello, flirt.
There doesn't seem to be many these days.
That wasn't really flirting. Right, but oh, she loved that.
No matter how many times I see it, it just gets better.
Hold right button to see all the expressions you can use. Ooh, social, flirty. Flirty. Heroic pose, pickup line, please. You didn't like that? Oh, fuck, she's married. Perhaps they prefer another gender. Oh, no. Okay, she still likes me. We'll just play it off and go, that's fine. If you ever change your mind, wink, and then back away and never speak to her again. Bye. Bit more info. Kind, spiritual, and straight. How do you know what flirting is? I mean, Tolkien's aim was not really to be a contemporary writer. He's mimicking old myths in that sense. Yes, it's not really an easy read, and it's quite dry, but he was more interested in being sort of, you know, an old-timey, world-building myth writer, and writing, like, legends that you might find in a dusty old tome. So, and that's, yeah, he is successful with there. She likes Bowerston Cemetery. She likes hat, headband, moustache, dance. She dislikes Bloodlust Roar. Opinion of you is fairly high. She's into me, but not sexually. Right. Fair enough. Goodbye then.
You just need to do a few things that stick in people's minds.
Could I cheat on her with you? That's probably fine. Let's talk to you. How do I get this gone?
Yeah, no, that was for you, not your dog.
What the fuck?
Surely the shops have nicer tops than that.
I thought you were married. You prick. Right, you. Hello.
What is it you need?
Buy items. Oh, the UI is so much better than the first game. I mean, it's still not good, but it's better. Piercing agony augments. We don't need any of this right now, do we?
Nice work, kid.
Nice work, kid. Okay, where's my caravan? It was down here somewhere. Oh, this is nice. I really like these outfits. Was it over here, maybe?
Why would you choose shoes like those?
My shoes are fine. My shoes are nice. I need new shoes, actually. I noticed this morning, my shoes that I wear on for like day-to-day wear, not my fancy shoes, have holes in the soles of the feet. Which is not great. I think it was this one up here. Chicken! Stop kicking chickens! I didn't press an attack button there. I pressed A. That is not an attack button. A rusty longsword. Lovely. Info? A rudimentary weapon that's more commonly wielded by poor farmers desperate to protect their harvest from hobs than it is by warriors. I remember them. A light splintered crossbow, absolutely. A placebo health potion, doesn't seem that useful. A dog elixir. A furry potion? Collar of holding. That's a furry thing. We're a furry! We're a sub-furry. We're gonna put a collar on ourselves, take the dog potion, and then go into heat. A spade. To dig for people after we've had sex with them as a dog, I guess. So the word never gets out. Use this. What is this? Rent out. You know what? I may as well. We're Sparrow. Base value 800, decoration 0, town economy minus 60, final price that. Bonuses animal magnetism. I can just rent you out, I suppose. A delightful caravan that has travelled far across Albion. The basic price of the building, unfurnished, town economy. Prices will drop dramatically, not vacant, owner killed. Nothing drives property prices down like murder. I have said to Emma, and I kind of mean it, if I ever get the chance to move into like a real cheap place and it's because somebody got killed there, I'm just not going to tell her because I think she'd be bothered by it. And I 100% would not be. Hero opinion. Okay, the collar's for the dog, for fuck's sake. Right. Rent out. Are you sure you want to rent out this property? Yeah, I'm not going to fucking need it if I'm leaving. Once somebody moves in, you'll receive income from this property every 5 minutes. That means you'll be making gold even when you're not playing. Holy shit. Landlord time. We are evil. Instantly we've set off on the evil path. It will act as a marital home if you marry someone. Ooh. Can I just live here until someone moves in? Tory. We are a Tory, apparently. Apparently you can pick up the chickens in this one. Okay. Now, we already kicked a chicken, and it was mortifying. If we press B... If we press Y... Don't shoot the fucking chicken. What's wrong with you? Oh, no. Turn safety mode on. This one. That's a sword. Right. Don't... What are you doing? Put that away. Put it away. How do I put it away? Put it away! There we go. No, that's center the camera. Lock onto it and press A? Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. Oh. Right. We've got a full roast pig. That's pretty good. Okay, well, I mean, we may as well just go. I need to end the stream soon, by the way. I need to go out, but we'll get out here for a bit. Can I save at any time, by the way? I think I can. That's amazing. It's not a console game that requires save points, which I hate. Also, I would like to say, I know we didn't play too much of the game today, but my intention with this is to do a bit more of the side quests, because I'm aware I blazed through Fable 1 quite quickly. So I'm going to do maybe a little bit more of the side quests and more of the social romancing stuff in this one. It looks a bit more expensive already.
Now come with me.
Okay. Whatever you say. Where is this? We're in a sort of vaguely fantasy Romany camp. Follow Teresa. I can only move at a very slow pace. A cat? No. A tomb seal. I don't know what that is. A strange dark seal which fits the Bower Lake tomb door.
It is a powerful artifact, the kind of which all
Oh, like the guild seal.
Carried. It will grant you access to places others cannot go. It will also allow me to talk to you when necessary.
So it is just the Fable 1 thing. You're less annoying already than the other boy. Mr. Bald Mustache.
In its darkest depths lies the Chamber of Fate. When you come out again, you will be stronger, much stronger.
Ooh, it has human growth hormone in it.
Now
go. Okay. Well, we're here. We're in the game now. We're now past the tutorial, I think. Hold A to run. That is so much easier than it was on mouse. This seems like a game that was very much designed for consoles. Fuck, we're fast. That's so good. We're so fast. Whenever your dog barks, it means he's found something. I almost said dag. Dig spot. Use your spade by pressing this. Oh, so it's Twilight Princess. I think this might have come out around the same time. The dog. A rubber ball! Okay. Oh, dogs are so fucking needy. And it's going to be so covered in drool, which is only hot if it's a human. As all dogs know, humans are ignorant as to the true value of these precious items, with their discards, whatever. Dog deity K9, oh my god. Killed his brother Fable to gain possession of his rubber ball. I hate that. Achievement unlocked, the archaeologist. Do you want to play then? Oh, fucking Jesus. Do you want to... How do I use this? Literally no fucking idea where that went. Goodbye. Oh, it's gonna come back covered in tooth marks and fucking drool. Right, what was this? Sign reads Brightwood. So that's Brightwood up there. That's where we live. And down here is the other thing. Let's get to the door before I leave. If A appears when facing a ledge, it means the jump is safe. This actually seems UI-wise a lot more tolerable. Because the first game was a little bit arcane in terms of... You know, it was in that awkward period where nobody knew what a game was supposed to look like. Oh, again? Fuck me. I need to turn off tooltips eventually, because that's going to be annoying. Ooh, some treasure! Learning about another draws a kick against my will. Here. I like our skirt. I like our boots too. I want boots like this. I think I would like these boots. I need to buy new shoes. Like I said, I discovered yesterday that my shoes have holes in the balls of the feet. Both of them in the exact same place. Like a cartoon circular hole that is worn in the shoes. It's what I get for buying cheap shoes against my own advice. But I think I'm going to buy boots. I want maybe some like high boots. Maybe like some like mid-shin height boots. I want some high boots. I need to actually look into it. Ooh, some treasure. Children's health potion. Some Calpol. Ooh. Are you doing a Vimes and feeling the cobblestones? Yes, that is unironically what I thought of. 2 Vimes references, right? Because these shoes that I have inside are called barefoot shoes, which means they're very, very purposefully thin. When you buy them expensively, they're meant to be very, very strong, but still quite thin. So it feels like you're almost barefoot and you can feel the cobblestones under your feet, and it's nice. It has a very nice feeling. They're the ones that have like almost inbuilt toes. They're like foot gloves, and I like wearing them. But also I have made sure that I have stopped buying shoes that are under like 60 or 70 euro because they just fall apart. So it's like the Vimes boot index or whatever it's called, the theory of boots stuff. Whereas like if you buy something expensive, it lasts longer and you end up spending less money, and it is a privilege of people who can afford it in the first place. Otherwise you end up spending more as a sort of poor tax. Stomp on me, Dreya and May. Ugh. Right, take the children's health potion. God, I want Calpol. I think I said this on Twitter in reply to somebody like a month ago. Calpol is fucking delicious. It's so nice. Can I swim in this game? Ooh, water physics. Ooh, that... Ooh, an Xbox 360 didn't like that. I can't see the boots, only see potion. Our boots are kind of nice in this. I'd like maybe higher ones. Higher boots than this. But I like the sort of cuff on these. A little bit piratey. But I don't think I could pull that off. Hello, bird. Ooh, the frame rate. I will say, this has been a perfectly fine test of the game. We have gone through the entire tutorial section. Ooh, a key. We've gone through the entire tutorial selection, and not been a single drop or crash or anything. So the streaming is working fine. A silver key. So we opened like 2 chests in the entire last game with those silver keys. Oh, I like this music. This bit doesn't sound very Danny Elfman-y, but I like it a lot. Sounds almost witchery, to be honest. I love a high boot. I think it is time for me to get some properly high boots, because I think the highest boots I've ever had have been, you know, above the ankle, but not particularly high. Like about as high as like normal socks can go, right? I want some like proper high boots. Thigh-high boots, maybe not that high, but like below the knee, but like, you know, maybe up to like the calf. I think that would be nice. I'd like some proper high boots. As long as they're like, the thing is, I'd want boots that are like high but also quite hard wearing that I can wear on a daily basis. So maybe that's not, yeah, it's good old combat boots. Like maybe some like black, slightly, you know, nice looking combat boots would be nice. I don't know. I'll see, basically. Enter the Bower Lake tomb. Let's enter this tomb, save, and then I will be live again tomorrow because I do need to go. I'm looking at the time. And I will endeavour, I'm going to promise now, to play more of the game tomorrow. Like, playing the game in under an hour and playing it without as much alt-tabbing. I wouldn't be able to get them over my calves because I've been a chunk my whole life. My calves are fucking huge. My legs in general, I think, are an okay feature. I don't really like any of my body, but my legs are alright. My calves are fucking huge. It is kind of... I have one pair of thigh highs that is kind of difficult to get over my calves. Like, I have to kind of like... over the calves because they're fucking huge. I got winter boots that were black and kind of combat boot looking, but only vaguely when I was 12 or so, and I placed them in the middle of my room and lay on my bed and stared at them all night. Oh! That's unbelievably wholesome. I imagine you were laying on your bed with like your legs kicking in the air behind you. Like going like this. That's just how I imagine that. Right. Your dog is scared. Pet dog. Okay. How do I pet dog? You. This. No! Don't yell at the fucking dog. What's wrong with you? There we go. Pet dog. Fantastic. Stop being scared. Prick. Right. I'm going to save here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. That was very fun. So far, Fable 2 just seems like Fable 1, but, like, nicer to play, honestly. And like I said, I'll play more of the game tomorrow. I'll be live for probably about 4 hours tomorrow. And I will be, like, on the game in under an hour, I promise. If I'm not unsubscribe, daydreaming of the cool people I would never dare to be around, aka my social circle a few years later. Growth. Yeah, I just need better clothes. I've been thinking about that. I need just like nicer clothes. All my clothes kind of suck and are very cheap. I like some of my trousers and I like the skirts I have, but like I don't really have any nice clothes. It's all pretty shit and plain. I don't know, maybe. It's so weird you're finishing early now because of daylight savings ending there. Yes, I think it is officially over, which is nice. Oh, I've never noticed the background of this is the Zelda... What's it called? Gerudo Town? I loved Gerudo Town. And starting an hour earlier, which is handy. Yes, it's more convenient for overseas viewers, which is just a good thing in general. I think daylight savings time should be scrapped. So does everybody else. That's not exactly a brave statement. Like, nobody likes daylight savings time. Literally nobody seems to. Right. Who's live? This person's live. Let's raid them. Let's go /raid. Making sure I get the spelling right. And then I will see everybody tomorrow. You are going to scrap it? They've said that for like 5 years though, and they just don't do it. Everybody wants to. Nobody's happy with daylight savings. Anyway, goodbye everybody. Thank you for watching. We don't have it, kept voting against it. Good. Thank you for watching, everybody. Like I said, live tomorrow, more Fable 2. Thank you. It's been lovely. Bye.